One innovative tool that we have developed is the Food Waste Canvas Action Plan. First, it is focused on food waste and the minimisation of it. Second, it uses an established business model canvas technique to approach different aspects of the restaurant kitchen business in order to tackle food waste reduction. And finally, it allows individual students to develop their own personal action plan that they can then take and implement in the workplace. So in this video, I'm going to take you through that action plan and how to use it. This short video provides some training on the use of the Food Waste Canvas tool that's been developed as part of the Circular Economy Project CE for Food, an Erasmus funded project delivered by a number of international partners. The Canvas tool is an integral part of the toolkit and training material that's been developed to allow trainers of vocational students to use in promoting and encouraging the minimisation of food waste in the work environment. So this Canvas tool is an integral part of that toolkit. It's a web-based tool, so each person will log in onto a site and use the tool in order to develop an action plan for change in the workplace. It's based on the business model canvas that has been developed to unpack and explore any business in terms of its relationship with customers, its key stakeholders, what its value proposition on its offering is to the market. And each of these elements of the canvas provides opportunities for improving what the business can deliver. So in our context, we've taken various areas of the restaurant, kitchen or food service business and created parts of that can then be used to improve, from food suppliers through to the relationship with customers and the menu. The canvas itself is available in these 5 languages and the URL or web address is given here. In order to illustrate the use of the canvas, a trainer can approach this by referring to our example student. Now, Jean is a trainee chef. She is currently attending a training course, but at the same time she also works full-time in a restaurant kitchen. She would like to contribute to the business she works for and would therefore like to be doing something that combines both her training and also her work experience. Her VET trainer, the vocational trainer, he or she would also like to strengthen their relationship with employers, so it becomes a 3-way partnership between the trainer, the student and the restaurant business to try and put in place some short-term actions that the student can deliver to provide some practical benefits around food waste reduction, leading to possibly financial savings to the business. Now, Jean thinks there is some scope within the restaurant to reduce the amount of food waste, and she thinks that one of the areas is in the preparation of food and supply of food. So she and her trainer will use the Food Waste Canvas to develop this action plan. Now, both the trainer and the student, and possibly also the business, have agreed that there are 3 areas she'd like to work with in developing her action plan. So what she would do is select 3 areas on the canvas these are the green areas shown, where she would like to create an individual set of activities that she can do in order to address the food waste reduction action plan. So the first one that is highlighted is our tools. Now in this section here, there are a number of parts of our training course that's available that is available from our main website through to the training course, and there is some material there that we recommend she immediately looks at. There's some additional material, and then finally some related video links that might be useful. At this point then, Jean chooses to write into this box some of the text that she would like to use in order to describe an action that she can choose. Now, similarly, in terms of storage and packaging, which is another area of the Canvas, there is some training materials that we've developed as part of the program. There's some additional material to be read, and then finally a video. And this is all about storage and packaging use in the kitchen. And again, we ask her to complete the food waste action plan. And finally, there is the area of food suppliers and outlets. Again, some videos and training materials that are offered from our training course, plus any additional videos are shown here. And again, Jean will complete her own proposal. Now, once she submits that to the Canvas, she is then able to view the areas that she is proposing to work in, as shown here. She's chosen food suppliers and outlets, storage and packaging, and tools. And each one now contains a statement of what she would like to do. She is also able to print that statement off and use it as a hard copy printed version for her to keep handy. However, it could have been a restaurant trainee manager who is working more at front of house and dealing with customers, in which case perhaps the student and the trainer could have agreed on customer engagement, and maybe menu. So, the Food Waste Canvas is a useful tool to build up an action plan. Encourage the student to look at the business needs of the organisation. So the trainer can use this to direct the student towards improvements in the business. It promotes an engaged form of learning by doing. It's largely competence-based and promotes sustainability in the business.
When you visit the homepage of the Food Waste Canvas Action Plan, this is your opening page, and as you can see, there's the ability to either register and create a new account, or to use an existing created account to log in. Here I will log in, and we're going to build up Jean's action plan. Now, when we click on the canvas, we get a little bit of information about each of the 9 activities. So if we click on details, it will provide us with a bit of information on what kind of actions might be appropriate. Of course, this is written in 4 other languages as well, so this is already translated. But once it turns green, you're basically saying that you want to create an area where you can build up an action plan. If you don't want that as an area of your action plan, then you deselect it. So in the case of Jean, she wants to do something around using some tools. She also wants to do an action plan relating to storage and packaging, and then work with food suppliers and outlets. So she chooses those three areas. The green now means that she can now submit some information. So we click on the next page, and the first thing that's being asked here is information about food suppliers and outlets. So her action plan for this will be something that she will write. And in this case, I've already written a little bit of text, and she's proposing to speak to suppliers on three fronts. And then she will advise the owner of the business the outcomes. And she'll work with the trainer. So the trainer has agreed three areas of action, one of which is on food suppliers and outlets. So the student and trainer will work through these resources. The first section is from the training course that we've developed. There's some further information about the subject of food suppliers, and then there's some video links to watch. So once completed the area, she's able to click on Next. Now we're interested in storage and packaging. So Jean has discovered that 10% of the food waste generated is from food products bought but is never used from the previous day or not in sufficient quantity. So she has to decide some activities that she might choose and agree this with her trainer and the restaurant owner. So she's proposing to look at how certain meats are stored in the kitchen. So, having read and gone through these resources here, having devised the action plan, she chooses next. The final one is tools, and she is proposing to use the food waste calculator tool that's been developed as part of Module 3. And so, again, she will type in some details, again agreeing this with the trainer, and then submit. So if we now go back it brings us to this page which shows us our three areas and the actions that's been agreed. If we're not happy with those actions, we can choose to either edit them or delete them. And if we now return to the home page, we're able to see that those are turned red, which basically means there is some action plans written into the canvas. We are also able to download the action plans that are agreed and then open the file, and that will provide us with the ability to print off our agreed action plan.